Hey gang, so here's what happens when you go away for 4 days or so, maybe 5 almost. I had someone coming in and just checking on things, but holy mackerel, look at how big everything is, and I have to go through, look at all the suckers on this tomato plant. Look at that, wow. Look at this, holy moly. I mean, we moved the lights right before I left. We moved these lights up here because everything's getting quite large, you could see. And that was right before I left. And in that amount of time, everything has gotten quite large, almost overgrown. Rail's still looking good. I am going to, I mean, it looks like a few of the things have been a little, neglected. I don't know if this is light or if it's a deficiency or what. Could be. I'm going to check these all out. This obviously didn't get quite enough water. We'll see how those things go. You can see this bucket down here is growing up way too big too. These guys here in the DWC, still pretty big also, the ground cherries. So I'm going to work on cleaning the garden up a little bit today, testing the water, checking their pH. I will let you know how things kind of develop, and I'll get back to you after I've cleaned up, and you can take a look and see how things are, and we should be able to see in here a little bit better. Alrighty, be back in a minute. Alright gang, so I'm back. And you can see I've really taken a lot of the undergrowth out. I'm using the top shelf as a form of a scrog or a way to hold it up. And then if you come over here, this tomato here is my one of the indeterminates. It's a Comstock sauce one, so I'm looking forward to getting some nice seeds. But this one, I brought it up here. I did take off a lot of the bottom of it just to get it out of the way. You can see I've taken and really cleared out some of the pepper, took a lot of the leaves off, that pepper also. And then way over here there is a broccoli. I'm not sure you can even get down in there. It was really covered up by all this other stuff. So these peppers, I have taken a paintbrush and just tried to to pollinate them. It's not a self-pollinator, I don't believe. And it just says a red pepper. I'd have to go back and actually look at the packet. But I do, like I said, I do use the fan. I also come in and, shake the stand a couple times a day. And then, when I'm in here, the plants are moving. I mean, and I probably do have a few little flies or gnats or something rolling around. So this is an indeterminate. No, that's the indeterminate. This one is a determinate, so I cannot touch too much of it. I did just clean out the leaves that were dead, and that looks a lot better, I think. And you can see we've got some flowers coming on those peppers there. That's the sweet red pepper also for stuffing. The strawberries, this plant's been doing really good. I don't have any runners yet to try and plant, but we're getting a lot of nice fruit. I cleaned that up. Lettuce. This tomato here is an indeterminate, and I took everything off. You could see I have everything under this shelf. So, I'm hoping that up here we'll get some flowers soon. This is not going to be happy under this light. It's very bright, and what I'm really trying to do is to get it to grow over here a little bit further, because I'm going to put another light on the ceiling. Pacific Lights Concept LED, and I'm going to be hopefully doing that within the next week or so. The cucumbers suffered. One thing that I don't know if they had lack of water, or if it was a pH thing, or perhaps it got really cold and someone left the fan on. But if you look close here, and I've taken a bunch of them off. I'm waiting to see what's going to happen. Oh, sorry, it's blurry. Let me see if it'll focus. I need to go out a little bit. Sorry, again, I probably have to edit that there. Okay, so you can see it's a little bit different color. I'm not positive that's going to make it. But we've got a lot of, but I have a lot more coming, lots of flowers. Even my original one, Luke, I think it shriveled up and died up in there. So I'm really thinking it was either covered up or there was something happened that it just didn't get enough light. But lots of great flowers and new cukes coming. So we'll see how that goes. If I'm finding that, you know, this is a self-pollinator, I shouldn't have to do anything to it. So it really had to be a water thing. This is my eggplant. I did a silly thing and I transferred it from one of the DWCs up here thinking it might like it so it could travel. And the roots didn't ever get down into the bottom of this rail, and nobody really watered it till I think yesterday. So you can see that suffered. I'm hoping it's going to come back and be happy. I'm trying. The pepper, this was also moved from the DWC. I'm not surprised that it's looking a little bit sad. However, I'm seeing some nice growth, and I've cleaned it up, so I'm hoping that over time it's going to like it. Lime's doing fine. I turned it a little bit. It was getting shaded. Took off all the cilantro. I'm going to use my dehydrator, see how that works. I'll show you how that comes out. And this pepper, I'm really just sort of staging it here, hoping it'll just kind of hang for a little bit. And you can see I took off some of those big leaves also. This is the ground cherry, and let me sit down so you can see this. Let me see if I can get down underneath here so you can see a couple of these really nice. And like I said, I'm really still trying to get used to my camera. However, you can see the really pretty flowers on these. See if I can get it in there. And you know, I'm also thinking, I don't know if I have to. I'm assuming I don't have to pollinate this, but we'll wait and see what happens. This tomato here is an indeterminate. So this plant here is an indeterminate. So again, I pulled off a lot of the suckers and things there. And then there is a pepper over in here. I don't know if I can get down in here really. There you go. So I'm really hoping I can get things cleaned up and, you know, happy over the next few days. Like I said, I do have that LED coming, Pacific Light Concept. You can find them, I think, on Facebook, but also on YouTube. Green Gene's really smart growing roundtable. They can give you lots of information on LEDs, and while they are cannabis growers, a lot of it applies. It's, you know, I mean, again, I am looking to not necessarily do it the cheapest, but I want to be the most efficient, and I want to get the most yields out of my vegetables. So that's why I'm spending the money. I'm starting low. You know, I started with T5s. I went to the Mars Hydro. Now I'm, you know, spending a little bit more money. So we'll see how it affects this garden and how things change over time. We'll talk more about the pretty orchids. Again, I think I have to come down soon and redo these too, because I think they added a little too much water. But you know, the blooms on them are still really, really pretty, and they're maintaining. So I'm thinking we're doing something here right. Alrighty, thanks so much everybody, and as always, peace out.